Hey game makers, I am a guy called Joe, and this is part 5 of the walkthrough of the Phaser 3 and Modern JavaScript Getting Started guide on Ourcade Blog. Um, if you've seen the past 4 parts previous to this, then great. You already know that this is my second time using Phaser. I do have some JavaScript experience, but with Phaser, this is only the second time that I'm using it. If you haven't seen those videos, please do. It goes into the original, the initial setup process of it. I ran into some problems that I didn't expect that we had to work through together, and try to go through the entire guide, the entire 5-part guide, to get you started from zero to a game that you can actually play. So as a recap on what we've already created, we've created a character that moves when we put in keyboard commands to the arrow keys. We can jump, there's physics, there's the bounce rate, we're generating stars. If the player overlaps with a star, the star disappears and then we get 10 points. We've made it so that the stars, there are 12 altogether that appear, and in this final part 5, not really sure what's going to be included. Seems like we already did a bunch already. Maybe we'll create new levels, I don't know. Let's see. Let's just dive into it together. Alright, scrolling down. Dropping bombs with a spawner. Okay, not expecting that. Actually, I should have been expecting that. I think they do that in the original, the official Phaser IO getting started guide too. So maybe it was expected. I don't know. So we're gonna create a bomb spawner. The handle. Okay, so it looks like a brand new file. Where are we gonna put it? Source scenes. For the sake of following the tutorial, let's just put it in the same spot. Okay, so we're gonna go over to our scenes folder. Gonna create a new file, bombspawner.js. Going to copy all of this code. So what is this doing? I'm going to import Phaser, create the class, do some stuff, get a group, and I don't really know what all this is saying. That's fine. Let's just save it for now. Okay, so having separate spawn class. Yep, sense. That's clean code. Don't repeat yourself. Clear separation of concerns. All the best practices. So now in the game scene, we've got to import it. Same thing that we did with the score label. Let's go back to our game scene JS file. Then up here, we're going to put in bomb spawner from /bomb spawner. Now you notice that it's a little bit different. There are 2 dots here. What that basically just means is 2 dots is going up a folder, and then 1 dot is the same folder. So when we do this /, you'll see that VS Code is telling us same folder. Here we have it, what files are available. We want the bomb spawner one that we just added. So we're also going to create a global variable, same thing we did with everyone else. Okay, and then constructor, add a bomb spawner. Okay, and then load this image. Okay, and that, oh, wait, we have that. Oh. Okay, so we just need to rename this to bomb key. So that's this one right here. Right, is anything else there? No. Okay, then in the create function, we're going to create a bomb. So let's see, put that right here. So what is this doing? This is setting this .bomb spawner equals new bomb spawner, this hyphen bomb key. Okay, so that's just calling the class. That makes sense. Okay, you won't see anything different at the locals. Okay, so let's not run it. Let's not bother. Let's move on. Using bomb spawner. Okay, this is where the fun begins, I guess. This .stars. Oh, I guess we didn't have that before. Let's add it here. Okay, this .stars equals undefined. What's happening over here? This dot stars equals this dot create stars. We totally had that before. Hold up. Oh, okay. So we're not making it a variable. This dot stars plural. That's important. We're going to use that in a couple of different places. Let's copy that over. Okay, const bombs group. Also, this dot stars platforms. Okay, so we're replacing this and this. Is there stars thing here? No. Okay. And we're going to take the bomb spawner. Going to add a group. So we're creating a bomb group. Okay, so we're creating a bomb group out of the bomb spawner. And then we're going to add a collider for this with the platforms. Okay, so we want the bomb to interact with the platforms. Did we set something to these bombs? No, that's a score label. That's not what I want. Bomb spawner. We set a bounce. Okay, so these bombs are going to bounce around the screen. Okay. So then, what else are we going to do? We're going to, this dot collect stars we already updated. Basically just updating it from stars as a variable to this dot stars. Okay, moving down into the collect star function, which you have all the way down below. Collect star, I'm going to add this chunk of code into it. Alright, what does this do? If this dot stars count active true equals 0, okay, so if the count of stars goes to 0, new batch of stars to collect. Okay, so this is going to iterate stars, children, iterate child, able body. So it's going to, oh, okay. So this takes the stars group that we had before. Whenever the player was overlapping it, we would disable the body. Now what this is doing is, as soon as that happens, we're going to enable the body, so we're kind of regenerating the stars. And then at the bottom, this bomb spawner dot spawn player dot x. Okay, so what does this do? We take a look at the bomb spawner. Spawn player x equals 0. So it's taking x as a parameter. Player x is getting the player's position on the x-axis. And then it's, if it's less than 400, then pick a random spot. Okay, so this is finding a place to drop the bombs on top of the player. I'm guessing that's what happens. No, let's save this. Let's just run it and see what happens. npm run, wait, space run start. So I already have this page open. Let's hard refresh. So what do we expect to happen? We expect for every star that we collect, a bomb is going to appear. And then when we collect all the stars, more stars will appear. That should be fun. Let's see how this works. So it's still building. Watching changes in 5 static files. Okay, do a hard refresh. That's just cache. Don't worry about that. All right, so here we go. Okay, so I'm collecting stars. There are bombs. Whoop. Okay, and more stars. Wonderful. Okay, all right. You're probably wondering, how am I dodging all these bombs? I'm actually not. They're hitting me, but because we haven't set the colliders yet, it's not going to do anything. Similar to how you remember in part, I think it was part 1 or 2, where when we put our player in, he went all the way down to the bottom of the screen. That's because we didn't put a collider between him and the platform. There's a lot of... I'm going to go ahead and refresh this just so we're not... There's so much stuff happening on the screen. Let's avoid that. So, okay, we've done that. Wrapping up with game over. All right, game over screen. Or game over event. I don't know. It's fine. So in the constructor, we're going to set a game over to false. Okay, so that's kind of like a state or something. I've heard people say that before. And then what is this? Player. Okay, so this is adding the collider between the player and the bombs. Where does this go? Create. So this is going to let the player interact with the bombs. Then in the update function, we'll add in the game over. So that's return. And then a new function for hit bomb. Okay, let's put this at the bottom with everything else. So what is this doing? Hit bomb, player, and bomb. It's going to pause the physics. So I guess nothing on the screen will move. It's going to set the tint. The player is going to face us. So that's frame number 4 if you remember those sprites frames. And then game over is going to be set to true. Okay, do we need to do anything else here? And so once I hit the bomb, we handle this with game over property and the update method. Okay, hit the bombs on line 37, callback collision happens. True. Okay, all right, save, and let's refresh. So what should happen is when we should collect a star, a bomb should appear, and then when we hit a bomb or a bomb runs into us, we should get a game over situation. Okay, so physics froze, which means the bombs, as you can see, don't move anymore, and we can't move either. Yeah, all right. Player set tint. Okay, that's why I thought it was just going to be tint, but player set tint because that's red. All right, well, that's the end of this, getting started guide on the Ourcade blog. Let's see, what else do we have to say here? Now that we know how to use modern JavaScript, with the best practices: dry, do not repeat yourself, having classes, having clean code. This makes more levels and scenes and experience of the joys of code of reuse. Yep, that makes sense. Try creating a star spawner. We're not going to do that here. Maybe we'll do it in a future video. If you do like these videos, if you have any questions, please, comments below. That way, Tommy and I we'll get back to you. We'll try to help you out through this process. This is my second time using Phaser. Seemed pretty smooth, except for a couple of hiccups during the beginning. But we came a very long way. We went from not being able to even display the background of the stars to being able to control a character, to have it interact with different game objects, mainly the bombs and the stars, to be able to freeze the game when you quote-unquote lose, keyboard inputs. We've done a lot here for sure. And the scores, you can imagine, this game itself could be an infinite kind of leadership board tracking thing where you collect all the stars and you keep going until you have too many bombs on the screen, you eventually lose, and you can compete with your friends on that. That's kind of how a lot of those mobile games work. So you're already that much closer to be able to bring your thoughts of a game to life through Phaser, through HTML5. And being able to share that with the world. So, kudos to you if you've been following along. Great. If you haven't, please try it. Give it a try. You saw me do it just now. It's the second time using Phaser. I really don't have that much experience in it, but it seemed pretty smooth. It was fun. But yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure doing this with you and the Ourcade community. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit the bell, get notified on new tutorials or new videos that we're putting up. Super Tommy has put up other more advanced videos if this one was a little bit too elementary for you. But we look forward to seeing you again in some of our other videos, and let us know what you'd like us to create content for. We're here to help you make games. So thanks a lot. We will see you in the next video.